person writes, does it ever bother you when your partner has had several partners before you? How do you deal with it? So I'm assuming they're writing this post because it's like they found out their partner had several partners and it does bother them. I have seen studies on like, oh, if they had multiple sexual partners before you, there's a like or higher likelihood of them not being completely loyal or whatever. It's like, I don't really buy into that. Maybe studies do show that, maybe that is true, but it's like, I have trouble really buying into that whole concept. And it's really kind of up to me to kind of read what this person's about, what their beliefs towards relationships are. And then once I determine that, it's like, that's really the deciding factor. Not like some statistic on like, oh, if they've had multiple partners, that means they're bad kind of deal. So I think that's just bullshit. Person writes, so first of all, I understand this is an issue that I have to work with and that I don't own my partner and that they have autonomy to go out with whomever they want. Yeah, I mean, especially in like dating phases when the two of you aren't exclusive. Anyway, sometimes it does bother me the amount of partners my boyfriend had in the past. Like this man was a fuckboy. And it's something that he knows he was, and he says he was, just exploring his sexuality. Okay, but in the end, he learned that he didn't like living that and that he'd rather be in a committed relationship. I just don't want to be insecure and feel uncomfortable when he talks about his past. For me, it's the opposite because while I have dated people in the past, I'm not that sexually experienced. Okay, so what are you kind of getting at? What's your objection? That's kind of what I'm curious about right now. Is this going to be a red flag? Is this something that basically is enough that you'll end the relationship? Is it something that really bothers you, or are you looking to kind of overcome this and not think about it? Maybe it's on your mind all the time. I don't have any reason to distrust my partner because he is great and he always reassures me how much he likes me. Okay, but also understand if you're a guy like hearing this, it's like understand that no matter how much you like her, that's not going to make her like you. So it's like often guys like think that, oh, if I say like I love you or I like you or confess my feelings towards her, then that's going to make her like me. And so oftentimes the opposite effect. So just don't be careful on doing something like that. He never hides anything from me. He always communicates with me. I just came here for advice to deal with my insecurities, to be a better person. Well, I mean, focus what you focus on, you feel. So it's like if you can focus on those good qualities that you like that he has, and you even said that you trust him. So it's like, well, focus on those things that build the trust. And after time, it's like the more you're with this person and the more actions he takes, it really builds your trust. The more references you have, it's almost like legs on a table. So say you have like this platform, the tabletop, and then you have maybe like two legs right now of, okay, I think I trust this person, but you only have two legs. So it's just really kind of on this teeter-totter thing. But then all of a sudden you get something where he really stepped up and basically did another thing that kind of supported that his value is really trustworthy. Now you have three legs. Now you have a sturdy table, and you basically just keep adding legs, and that kind of builds a more sturdy belief on your loyalty to that person, or that person's loyalty to you, rather. But also, if it's ever violated, it's just kind of just like chopping every single one of those legs down, and then the whole thing crumbles down to the ground, and it's broken and it has to be repaired. It's not just a matter of getting more references. It's about kind of patching up the basically broken pieces, putting them aside, and then finally kind of refixing them to each leg of the tabletop, if that makes sense. And what I'm just trying to get at that is to kind of give you a visual on if you mess up once, it's like it is so detrimental and so destructive to trust. But then again, it's like if you can but then again, what I'm also referring to is it takes time sometimes to kind of build up those legs of the table to get that really secure trust with another person. So I'll leave it at that. I just tell her to focus on what's good, and if ever anything's ever violated or she picks up on signals that don't really support his loyalty, then then you have to take action and be assertive and not just basically say, oh, I want this relationship, and basically create a scotoma for yourself where you don't see the bad and you only see the good. You see the mermaid's head, but not the dragon's tail, as far as what Emerson says. Yeah, and so it's like you have to address the bad when it's there, but just do your best to focus on the good. I'll give a shout out to my products here, Relationship Fundamentals. You can get that one for free. Goes over the psychology behind why people are attracted to each other, also how to communicate. And then all my other products right there are on that same link. You just go through the click funnel, and those are paid.